So I was telling somebody a story earlier today. And the story was about over 10 years ago, God gave me a dream and a vision to come to Atlanta with promise, just like many of us have promise in this room and prophetic words that God has given us that we've been waiting those things to be brought forth. And I was telling a young man in the faith today who has a dream and a promise from the Lord, and he's fresh and he's starting off, and I was encouraging him today. And I was telling him about a night not too long ago where I was on my bed and I began to ask God, I said, God, when are all these promises that you showed me going to come to pass? All these things that I've been longing for, God, when? And I went to sleep that night, and it was like a night that I've never had before. I had a dream that night, and in that night, while I was dreaming, I felt the presence of God hovering over me like I never have ever experienced before. It was like his person was hovering over me, and I couldn't see anything, but I could feel his presence, and I could feel the longing of the Father over me. And he was coming in response to what I had prayed. And his response to me was more than riches, more than wealth, more than promises on the shelf, more than anything else, I just want to give you myself. And when he said that, I realized that there was something greater than the promise. There was something greater than the promise. And the Father just, when he said it, it changed everything about what I was looking at. It changed everything about my view, my perspective. He said, more than riches, more than wealth, more than dreams on the shelf, more than anything else, I came to give you myself.
Yes, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
I don't know what you're waiting for, but God today says, more than riches, more than wealth, more than promises on the shelf, more than anything else, he just want to give you himself. And so today as we worship, we're not just worshiping God as a means to an end. He's greater than that.
Yes, hallelujah.
In this generation, this Jacob generation, Psalms 24 says, oh, seek my face, oh, Jacob generation, and receive blessing from the Lord. And so as we worship today, I want you to think about the face you're looking to. I want you to think about the face you're singing to. And sometimes we have to trade in, we have to trade up. We have to say like the Hebrew boys in the fire, God, even if you don't do it, I know you are still able. I'm not going to be in a sifting season any longer. The Lord told me, he says, you don't have to be on trial when you're in a trial.
Thank you, God.
You don't have to be on trial, because when you're in a trial, it's all about his name.
Hallelujah.
Job understood that when he said, the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away, but blessed be the name of the Lord. See, the enemy can put us in a trial and make us feel like our faith is on trial, our God is on trial, his name is on trial. His name is not on trial. Are there any believers in this house that have seen the faithfulness of God? That know, God, you don't have to do another thing for me. You are good all by yourself. You are great all by yourself. You are treasure all by yourself. And so our heart is to give God a holy praise tonight. Holy worship. Holy glory, in spirit and in truth, just for who he is. You are everything, God.
This is the day, this is the hour. We're gonna see you reign in power.
Hallelujah.
Let your glory cover the earth. This is the day, this is the hour. We're gonna see be glorified.
We glorify you, God. You are the promise, God. You are the promise.